Mike Austin now joins us with our daily ag report. Mike, you have a scientific approach to filling the employment.
You're correct, Kirk. Very good. It's very good.
You prepped me on that.
Really, I don't have it. The 4-H does. But more work pretty well.
It's a phenomenal program.
Oh, it really
just
is.
Keeps growing.
And same with the 4-H. It really is, preparing tomorrow's leaders today, and they do an excellent job. So salute to all those fine people.
Mike, thank you very much.
It's a pleasure.
Well, folks, it is cold out there today, and Justin will tell us what to expect next. First, though, here's a look at how Wall Street is shaping up this noon. Okay, so it's 5 o'clock and you are starving. No time to grocery shop, cook, and get something on the table. Now there's another option other than pizza and some burgers, and the option is Dash for Dinner. Julie Baronic joins us. Julie, it's a new business that you've started here, and for starters, what is Dash for Dinner?
Well, Dash for Dinner is your choice of 2 hot entrees plus sides, Monday through Friday. We have lunch and dinner available. We make those 2 meals for you, so you get your choice. And we have a drive-through, we have takeout, or you can dine in. So it's really just a better way to get a hot, home-cooked dinner.
And I want to mention, you mentioned lunch and dinner, but today is the first day. It's your inaugural lunch serving.
This is my first lunch service, so everyone has to come and try it today. So we have a soup of the day, we have chili, we have our Asian chicken salad today. So we're always going to do a salad of the day for lunches. So I'm really excited. This should be fun.
It's a cool concept, and the big thing is, I guess, being pressed for time. How did you come up with this idea and open up the business?
Well, I'm a working mom, and I love to cook. But there were nights when I would come home and I forgot to thaw something, or I didn't grocery shop. I have 3 kids and a husband, and I always would say to my husband, I just want something that's healthy and good for us, but we can pick it up very quickly, and we can just bring it home and put it on the table and have a nice, normal, home-cooked dinner.
Speaking of healthy and, for starters, I see the menu, reasonable price points as well. If you can maybe talk about that, because you serve the hot foods, perhaps the meats, the lasagna, the fish, to the tuna salad, the pasta salad.
It's, very simply priced. We didn't want people guessing about, well, what price would this dinner be and what price would that dinner be? So every dinner, it's your entree plus 2 sides is $7.50 a person. So we thought that was really very reasonable, something in between fast food and going out to, a full-service restaurant. And we do. We have our chicken salad. It's a tarragon chicken salad. We have a pasta salad that's very good for you. It's a grilled vegetable pasta salad. And our salads of the day. And then we also have our little bit heavier meals if someone, wants something a little hot and just really good for, the tummy, that type of thing. We have those as well. So.
Like the Friday baked fish and rice casserole or something. And that's a neat thing, dashfordinner.com. You actually have all of August's menu already up there on the website, so people can get in advance, get an idea if they want to come by a certain day.
I tell people we have them on the web, and we also have them at the restaurant. So we give people a nice bright copy of some of our menu. And I tell them to stick it on their fridge or stick it in their office, and they'll always know what's ready for dinner.
Speaking of ready for dinner, I found this interesting. You actually do a recipe contest, because being like a home-cooked meal, serving the way you serve, people can chime in and perhaps win free meals, etc. What can you tell us about that?
Yes, they can. Well, I thought it would be fun for people to get involved in it and, have a little excitement of their own. If there's some type of recipe that people really like and they feel it's a good home-cooked recipe that we could make at Dash for Dinner, we want them to submit that recipe. And then every quarter we have a winner, and that person gets their meal made at Dash for Dinner, and they win free dinners.
Okay. Julie Baronic, thank you for coming in this morning.
I'm thrilled.
Have a great, hope that goes well. Dash for Dinner, it's located at Old School Road in Ledgeview. Hours 2:30, they open up for lunch, but now open Monday through Friday, lunch or for dinner, and hope that goes well, and welcome into the area. So Tuesday on First News, Wendy checks out a new website called The Dinner Spin, where a meal planner and grocery list are just a mouse click away. Well, $6.50 an hour doesn't cut it anymore. Wisconsin's Department of Workforce Development wants to bump up the minimum wage. They want a $1 increase to $7.50 effective next July. A public hearing to discuss the $1 increase will be held in Madison on Wednesday. Today, the Fox Cities Habitat for Humanity will dedicate the 99th house it has built. It will become home to an area couple and their 6 kids. Now, almost 130 employees from J.J. Keller and Associates volunteer to work on the house, the sponsor of the build. The dedication on Newberry Street in Appleton is open to the public. It starts at 5 this evening. Several Channel 5 traffic alerts this Monday morning, and we'll put out the maps to show you what places to avoid. Plus, in Health Watch, a new treatment option for people with a pigment disorder. See how a kitchen staple could help. But first, here are the opening numbers on Wall Street and the closing number for the Nikkei. It's 6:18. This is Channel 5 First News. Today
is
while
awesome.
we're awake. Looks
Yeah,
good. Okay,
right.
Thank you very much, Dana. And everybody, if you're still looking for something to do today, Sunday morning has you covered. From cream puffs to kolaches, where to sink your teeth into some family fun. And if you're thinking of buying a dog, wait until you see these new designer breeds on the markets. Plus, a money-saving way to vacation. But would you swap houses with a stranger? A look at this hot trend. But before we get to that, an overnight fire destroys a Winnebago County home. It's located on Breezewood Lane. It was fully engulfed when crews from several fire departments got on the scene. Thankfully, nobody lives there. However, officers we spoke with on the scene say the fire may be treated as suspicious since it was empty when the fire broke out. Now, we just got video of this fire back into our newsroom. We'll have it for you in just a few minutes. And 2 overnight stabbings in Green Bay send 3 people to the hospital. First call came in around 1:45 this morning. A man had been stabbed in the neck and was bleeding. Now, he told officers the stabbing happened on Broadway and he walked to 5th Street. We spoke with police. They tell us the victim is at an area hospital. No word, though, on his condition. Police were interviewing 3 people of interest in this case. Then, just after 2 a.m., Green Bay police were called to Studio 720 on Bodart Street. 2 people walked there to get some help after being stabbed. Now, the club security called police. Police say the victims were attacked in the area and their vehicle was stolen. Both were hospitalized. A Sheboygan man is jailed in connection with an accident that injured 4 people at the Brat Days parade. It started as a high-speed chase on I-43, but Channel 5's Terry Kovarik reports the accident occurred after officers ended their pursuit.
Today.
It looks like good fall football weather for a huge game, like you said.
You can't complain too much about a weather forecast like this.
Okay, thanks, Justin.
Sure.
Well, folks, some good news to report from overnight. A missing 6-year-old from Nevada has been found alive. Police say Cole Puffenberger was abducted Wednesday by 2 people posing as police officers. Now, Cole was found last night in the neighborhood just off the Las Vegas Strip. He appears to be healthy. Authorities believe the kidnapping is linked to the Mexican drug cartel. Puffenberger's grandfather reportedly owes millions of dollars to the illegal operation. A Door County man is dead after a motorcycle crash in the township of Liberty Grove. The crash happened on Scandia Road early yesterday morning. Now, the sheriff's department says the 32-year-old man was thrown from his motorcycle after hitting a deer. The man's body was found in a wooded area. The crash remains under investigation. A 19-year-old Outagamie County woman is accused of having sexual contact with a 13-year-old. Now, Lacey Summer is charged with repeated sexual assault of the same child. That felony charge carries a maximum penalty of 40 years in prison. Prosecutors say Summers is pregnant. Both parties involved believe the boy is the father. And President Bush plans to host a global economic summit in the United States soon after the election. It'd be the first in a series of summits with international leaders to address the wild economy. Now, the White House says President Bush wants to make sure that any reforms that come out of the meetings do not restrict trade. 2 suppliers to the General Motors plant in Janesville are feeling the effects of the plant's closing. Lear Corporation will lay off 371 workers on December 23rd, the same day GM will end production of their sport utility vehicles. SPX Corporation in Jefferson County informed the state it will begin laying off 169 workers starting in December as they expect to close their plant. Some good news, the average cost of a gallon of gas has fallen below the $3 mark for the first time since mid-February. Now, AAA says the average price is at $2.95 a gallon this morning. 23 states had already seen gas fall below the $3 gallon mark a month ago. Now, gas sold on an average for about $3.80 a gallon. Now, the lower prices are helped by the fact the price of oil has been cut by more than half since July. Drivers in our area are paying around $2.90. The presidential campaign continues to focus on swing states. John McCain has stops in Ohio today where he could be joined by the now famous Joe the Plumber. Senator McCain is trying to hold on to states that used to be reliably red. And today, Barack Obama will be in the military town of Fayetteville, North Carolina. Obama picked up some important endorsements this weekend. For the first time, the Chicago Tribune is backing a Democrat for president. The LA Times also gave Obama the nod with just 2.5 weeks to go before the election. Now, the Democrats' campaign is organizing a major rally in our state next week. It will be held Thursday in Madison. Well, Justin, you mentioned, I didn't see it last night, you didn't see it, but Sarah Palin, the real one, made a couple of cameos last night on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, we need our sleep, right? Yeah, but apparently it was a little hard to tell who was who. Let's take a look.
Jared no longer has to pay for Subway.
I hope so. I hope not. We were just talking about that. You think he's got one of those like
Subway for life?
Yeah,
card.
Subway for life cards, or does he even need something like that? You
Or
think?
does he just say, "Hey, I'm Jared," and then they come on, let's see your ID?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't know.
You know, we do have to pick on Jared a bit this morning. He's a diehard Colts fan since he grew up in Indiana.
Oh boy, yeah. You know what? He's going to be at the game today too, cheering for his team. But he did have some nice things to say about Lambeau and Packers fans. But
We should do some kind of maybe game day bet where if the Packers win, he has to go to Cousin Subs or Jimmy John's for a day. And if the Colts win, then, you know, we can chow down on Subway someday.
We were just wondering what would happen to him if he accidentally walked into a Cousin Subs franchise.
With a hat on,
Yeah,
and
wouldn't
kept his head down.
don't think that would happen. No. Anyway.
Well, you know, when the Packers take on the Colts today, you can catch all the action right here on Channel 5.
Oh, you better believe it. Coverage kicks off at 10 a.m. with the Coach Mike McCarthy show. And then the Channel 5 pregame show at 10:30. The NFL Today is at 11. Then the Chiefs take on the undefeated Tennessee Titans. Kickoff is at noon, but don't go anywhere because the Packers and Colts then go head-to-head at 3:15. Oh, of course, in high definition here on Channel 5, your official Packers station.
And then again, Aaron Rodgers will actually be the guest of our 10:30 show with
right.
Burke, so that'll be awesome. But who will watch from the sidelines today? You know, the Packers have cornerback Al Harris listed as out with a spleen injury he suffered last month. Tramon Williams replaced him in the lineup for the last 3 games and had an interception in each one. Among the injured Green Bay players probable are quarterback Aaron Rodgers, cornerback Charles Woodson, and linebacker A.J. Hawk. Now, as the team planned, Rodgers didn't do any throwing in practice on Friday. Today, the UW Marching Band takes the field for halftime at the Packers game. Now, they're coming off a stiff suspension after an investigation uncovered inappropriate hazing and alcohol-related activities. New policies on band travel will be in place during today's trip to Green Bay. Band members will be randomly seated on buses. One bus will be quiet for those who want to study, and all initiation activities will be prohibited. Well, it's win or go home for both the Red Sox and the Rays as they play Game 7 on the ALCS tonight. An incredible comeback by Boston a couple days ago, and now it's tied up, and the Rays are looking to take their team to the World Series for the first time in franchise history, and they're doing so against the reigning world champions. Now, the Red Sox have battled their way back from a deficit in the ALCS just like they did last season. The winner of tonight's game advances to the World Series against Philadelphia starting on Wednesday night. Brewers executives say the team plans to make a serious offer to keep pitcher CC Sabathia, but owner Mark Antanasio says the team's immediate priority is to hire a manager in the next few weeks. Brewers general manager Doug Melvin says he's considering about 5 candidates for the vacant manager position. He says he's only interested in managers who have already had success at the major league level.
Yeah, I really hope that they can get that play for CC because he would be a great addition to keep around. You know, it's going to be tough with teams like the Yankees out there. With teams like the Yankees out there ready to snap him up. But I hope he can reconsider the offer that Milwaukee brings him because we like him here in Wisconsin.
I wonder if Dale Swain, though, you know, he took over for Yost. I wonder if he's up for one of the 5 candidates.
That's awesome. The fact they have a recording deal and touring around the Midwest,
There you go.
or touring around the nation. So.
And it all starts in a local stage at Ashwaubenon High School this year.
Kevin, nice work with everything. So.
Thank you.
Well, maybe those kids might be flying Midwest Airlines, but regardless, that company has a new owner.
West Super Bowl food. I mean, you got commercial ads, you got the game itself, but people look forward to the yummies.